Breaker, breaker, this is GatorMan trying to reach Enos. You out there, Enos?
GatorMan, this you, GatorMan?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Oh, man, this is Enos. How you doing, brother? Sonny Shroyer in Georgia. How you doing?
Mr. Sonny, I'm so tickled to be talking to you. Thank you for spending a little time with me today.
Well, God bless you. I appreciate you calling. I don't get a call like this every day.
I don't get to make calls like this every day. I'm in Faraday, Louisiana.
Faraday. You tell everybody in Faraday hello for me. I appreciate it. Man, I tell you, it's an honor to talk to you, buddy. I appreciate it. I love Louisiana, man. I did a thing in Houma one time, Houma, Louisiana, and I came back to Georgia and I said, just call me Boudreaux.
Well, listen, I'm right across the river from Natchez, Mississippi.
Oh, man, that brings back old memories. I was in Natchez, when was that? 78. I read for Enos. I read it differently. I was in Valdosta, Georgia, and I read as a kind of a not too nice deputy sheriff, and he said, well, you took all the fun out of that, didn't you? We're going to do another one. We're going to tape this one, and I know you just gave me a second chance. I read it as a nice guy, and they told me 3 months later, and I was doing Freedom Road in Natchez. By the way, they have some fried pickles in that. That was good, with Muhammad Ali.
You had fried pickles with Muhammad Ali in Natchez, Mississippi.
He came down to the dressing room one morning about 7 o'clock, and I was getting my mustache on, and I said, Muhammad, you reckon I could get a picture with you? He looked at me for about 10 seconds, and he said, you ain't so mean after all, are you, buddy? And we got a picture together. I enjoyed meeting Muhammad. He was a kind man, and anyway, they called me while I was down in Natchez and told me I had the Enos part.
You actually found out you got the part of Enos while you were in Natchez. Wow.
Anyway, I said, golly, I told my agent, I said, I'm on this movie. I can't get off. I said, I don't want to quit something I started. And she said, well, you got the part of Enos, and they want you to come right away. And I said, well, I can't. I don't know what to do. Anyway, they worked it out, and they said they'd probably kill me off Monday or Tuesday. It was Friday morning at 3 o'clock in the morning of a week later. Finished that movie.
That's amazing. Well, I had no idea that you actually got the part while you were in Natchez.
Yeah, I did. It was about 2 or 3 months, 2.5, 3 months later after I read for it. So you actors out there that are trying for a part, don't give up. I didn't know what Dukes of Hazzard was all about. I thought it was maybe a gangster's something other, you know.
You had no idea it was going to be on lunchboxes and T-shirts and...
Oh, my goodness. No, I didn't, I had no idea. I left right before they started that memorabilia advertisement, so I didn't get much. I wasn't in many of the posters and everything because I was on there 2 years and I got my own show, but I didn't want my own show. I told guys I don't want to be. I'd rather be a working actor than a broke movie star. These spinoffs don't usually go, and they don't play the Enos show much after we did 17 shows.
That's right. The only spinoff from the Dukes of Hazzard was Enos.
It was a crazy thing. I had a lot of, Jay Leno was on my show. He was, I think he had one line. He was tied up with a gag in his mouth, and we came in, and he was tied up. Which way did they go? He said, they went that way, and we started running off. He said, wait, untie me. And that was his line. Oh, Michelle Pfeiffer was my leading lady in that. And,
wow.
I thought she was Avon. She told me she's an Avon lady, and she turned out to be a hooker. I don't know how I missed that.
That's okay. They don't have those in Hazzard, do they?
No, if they did, I never met them.
I'm going to be honest. I grew up watching Dukes of Hazzard, and I playing on my bicycle, pretending I was a Duke boy. This is a very special moment for me.
I appreciate that, GatorMan.
Did I hear you play football with Burt Reynolds?
Yeah, I did, in the longest yard, but I played for Florida State one year. Forgive me, Louisiana folks. I would walk down to Florida State, and they couldn't run me off, so they gave me a scholarship back in '53. I ain't kidding you, man. I played second string defensive tackle. We won state my junior senior year when I was in high school, and I sat on the bench 5 years.
Now, but you were in the movie Gator, right?
I was in a movie Gator. You didn't.
And The Longest Yard, both with Burt Reynolds.
And the Smoking the Bandit.
That's right.
Listed Jerry Reid. I don't know if you remember that.
Oh, Jerry Reid gets a lot of airtime on the GatorMan show.
He was great. I love Jerry Reid. He was a good old boy. He was a great actor, and he was heavy in Gator.
Yeah, he was. He played bad guy pretty good.
Yeah, he did, and I love his singing too. Boy, he's funny.
You know who's singing I love?
Who's that?
Yours.
Cut it out.
Man, I played Hot Rod Lincoln this morning to kick off the show.
Cut it out.
I didn't even know about the singing.
Don't tell nobody about it.
Look, the secret's out, man. You got a heck of a voice on you.
Well, it's kind of a 14-year-old voice, and I'm 84 years old.
Now, I saw Forrest Gump probably 25, 30 times before I realized that was you as Bear Bryant.
But don't tell nobody in Louisiana.
Oh, look, everybody over here loves you, man. You are loved.
God bless you.
You are loved.
Said that. You know, when I sign my pictures, I always put love on there because I know anybody that helped me pay for my house and my car and my education, I love them, you know, and anybody that watches Dukes of Hazzard, I love them. I appreciate that, too. I really do.
Well, can you tell me how the Forrest Gump movie, how that came about? How did you get that part?
You know, that was a fluke. Man, I moved back from Atlanta, and I met this girl that was in my acting class, and she said, I'm an agent now. She said, I want you to read for a part. So I went to Alpharetta and Valdosta, and I read for the part of the doctor at first, and I must have really impressed them. They said, we want you to read for the coach. And they said, that's good. And I went back home, Valdosta, and they called me and said I'd call back. I went back up there. And about 2 days later, my agent called me. She was my agent. So she called me and said I had the part of Bear Bryant then. It ended up as head coach.
Right. They didn't use his name, but you looked a lot like him.
Yeah, I had a nose and 2 hairs in the mouth, but my voice was a little high for Coach Bear Bryant.
Let's go ahead and talk about the big event coming up April 4th and 5th. Talking about Bose Extravaganza. You're going to be there, and I'm going to be there.
Oh, that's great, man. That's good. You got to come up to me and not say I'm GatorMan.
I will. I want an autograph and a handshake, maybe even a hug.
You bet you, buddy. You bet you. And I'm looking forward to that. John Snyder, he's great. He does it all. He was a director, a singer, songwriter, and filmmaker. He's a stunt driver and a dancer too. I saw him on the television, Dancing with the Stars, and he's a dreamer. And he's an actor that brought I ain't kidding you, he brought blood, sweat, and country soul to a historical, beloved character of Bo Duke. I mean, that guy's. He's really a talented fella, you know.
Well, what are you going to be doing at the event? Just hanging out, visiting with fans?
You know, they got a celebrity breakfast Saturday morning, and I'll be at that. We'll be serving breakfast to the people, and I'll be there for a little while. And he's got some pretty big celebrities there.
I want to thank you for your time today, Mr. Shroyer. Thank you for all the memories, all the laughs and smiles. We need more people like you in the world.
Oh, man, you're sweet. I appreciate that. All right, buddy. God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you.
Hey, y'all out there. This is Enos of the Dukes of Hazzard with GatorMan. We love you, GatorMan.